Hey everybody, welcome back to the Boss Podcast. I'm your boy Richie Hustles. Today I have a special guest. We're talking about something a little different today, but something that's going to tie into everything that we talk about on this channel. I want to introduce to you our guest, Miss Natalia Amaya. Welcome to the show.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Here.
Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, of course.
You have any trouble finding the place?
Yep, I pulled up to a random house.
You wouldn't be the only one. That's why I
Yeah.
asked that. You wouldn't be the only one. You wouldn't be the only one. Tell everybody, like, what do you do?
I do everything. I have so many passions in life, and I just want to do all of them. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna. So I graduated with a degree in industrial and systems engineering.
Woo. Say that again?
Industrial and systems engineering.
Industrial and systems engineering. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yeah, and through that, I worked at KPMG. I did consulting for a while. I still do consulting for a different company. But during college, I found shuffle dancing, which became my biggest passion in life. And I haven't let it go. I've only stayed consistent on my social media, and that's taken so much discipline and dedication. And I've taken on new hobbies like photography, making content creation, social media management.
Okay. And you said you do the shuffle dancing, which I think is like your bread and butter, because I've checked out your social media.
Yeah.
You're really good at what you do.
Thank you.
It's really good. And I'm into the whole shuffle dancing thing because I can't shuffle dance. So looking at somebody else doing that, you know what I mean? I'm just like, wow, I was like, that it just looks so cool. And it looks so like choreographed. And I will say that I checked out some of your videos on your Instagram. And it looks like you do other types of dancing, but you somehow integrate a form of shuffling, which is even cooler. Like I was watching, I think it was your second recent video you were with somebody else, and it looks like you guys were doing like choreographed moves, like a regular, almost like I don't want to say like a hip hop, but it was like more like a funky dance, but you incorporated the leg work like shuffling.
Yeah, I love fusions because in this world, in order to stand out, you have to be unique, break the boundaries. And with shuffle dancing, I loved it because it's so accepting and freeing and freestyle based. But then I also was a ballerina for 15 years. Okay. So from the age of 3 to 18. So.
Whoa, so you have a long history of just dance and performance in general.
Yeah, I did ballet, tap, jazz, musical theater, lyrical, contemporary, everything. And then I found shuffling when I was 20.
Okay.
And I combined my background in ballet with shuffling to kind of invent my own style of dance. So I'm a little trailblazer in the community because I shuffle in heels.
You know, I had seen that. I was actually just showing these guys here that video you have pinned. It looks like you're in like a white or a beige dress.
Yeah.
And you're in the mall.
Yeah.
And I one of the things besides shuffling, dancing in the middle of the mall, one of the things that stands out to me, because we're going to talk about Amazon. We've talked about Amazon briefly and all that stuff. But that video particularly stood out to me because it showed that, hey, I love doing this type and this style of dancing, and I don't care where I am, and I don't care who's watching. I'm going to do this here in front of the mall. And I used to get that all the time with Amazon. They used to be like, how do you go into like these stores and film yourself? And people are looking at you and they're wondering what you're doing. And then my response would be like, I don't care what they think of me because I'm not trying to be a dick, but you know, at the same time, they're not anything for me to pay attention to. I'm here to do what I want to do. So like, for like people that look at videos like that of you dancing in the middle of the mall, how did you overcome people staring at you, right? That notion of caring what people thought about you. Like, how did you get past that? I mean, obviously you're past that.
Oh, I'm way past that. And like, you will always have that initial fear of what are people going to think of me if I do this in public, if I dance or if I stand out? And you just have to realize and ask yourself, who are you living your life for? Like, are you living your life for these people that are never going to see you again, or yourself? So you have to do what makes you happy. Otherwise, you'll be sad in this world.
That's 100%. I just, you know, I'm a very like rough around the edges kind of guy. So you say it very like elegantly and politely, and I'm just like, I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks. You know what I mean? I'm just like, fuck them. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's that's what I try to tell everybody. You can't live your life for anybody else. You got to do what you want to do,
Exactly.
and not care what anybody thinks. Or else, if you cared what everybody thinks, it's going to hold you back from doing what you really love to do.
Yeah, and then you'll be stuck. And who wants to be stuck when there's so many opportunities out there?
It's so many, especially here in South Florida. Are you originally from South Florida or?
Well, I was born in Ormond Beach. It's a tiny beach town next to Daytona Beach in North Florida.
Okay.
And then I moved to Pembroke Pines when I was 12. And then I went to UF for college. And then I lived in Austin, Denver, and I just moved back to Fort Lauderdale.
Austin and Denver and Fort Lauderdale, all in the same sentence. So three very different places.
Yeah.
What's one is Florida one of your favorite places to be in?
I'm just such a big ocean girl. I absolutely love it. I love the water. I feel like I'm meant to be a fish. So I think Fort Lauderdale is my favorite. And then I'd have to say Austin had like an amazing vibe. And then Denver is definitely for those outdoorsy people. I loved snowboarding there. But then I was like a reverse snowbird because over there I'd be so happy in the winter snowboarding and doing all of that. But then in the summer is time for the beach.
Yeah, and a lot of people have different
it.
views. I've noticed, I come from New England. I'm from Boston originally.
Yeah.
And, our summers are very short-lived. So like we have things up there called February vacation for kids in school, or when you're a kid in school, you have February vacation, April vacation, and you would come down to better weather because February is the coldest month up there. And when we moved down here to Florida, it's funny to see like people in the summertime treat it as if it's like a New England winter. Like they're like, it's really hot. I'm going to go to Aspen. I want to go skiing. I'm going to go to Vermont. And they go to colder places. And I've been asked a couple times like, hey, do you want to come skiing? And my answer is always going to be no. I don't like the cold. I'm not a fan of the cold weather. I came to Florida because, partly because of the weather and stuff. And I love it here.
Yeah, me too.
You do shuffling. You don't care what anybody thinks. You run social media. You have 180 something thousand.
Something like that.
Something, yeah. I looked, yeah. It was either 179 or 189. Either way, that you have a lot of subscribers, a lot of followers. You turned your shuffling hobby passion into a business.
Yeah.
Where you teach people.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that. Like, how are you tackling that? Because whenever I deal with, I've worked in retail before. I've worked in banking, but before banking, I've always dealt with the public and retail, and then I dealt with people's money. And sometimes it's not easy to deal with the public, especially if you're trying to like teach them something. Tell me a little bit about like how you teach people and what that looks like as far as like what made you want to jump into that whole realm.
Yeah, of course. Well, it started through Zoom. So my very first student was in Las Vegas, and I did a lot of one-on-one training. So I had a student in Vegas, I had a student in Milan, I had a student in London, and then I had one that just graduated in San Francisco that was amazing because when he started, he had 2 left feet.
Okay.
And
like
now,
literally or just figuratively speaking?
Figuratively, he
like just couldn't quite get it, right?
Beginner, and now he's dancing around his kitchen, and his fiance is like so proud of him, and that's the best feeling in the world. And from seeing that, just with one-on-one classes and the impact I was making, I was like, okay, let's grow this. And it's that feeling of fulfillment that gives you that fire to keep going and like realizing, oh, this is what I love to do. This is my passion. Like I want to share it with the world, and I feel really called to do that. So I started teaching in Denver, and then I taught a class. I taught 2 classes in Austin, and now that I live back in Fort Lauderdale, I really want to teach here.
I think you're in the perfect place to teach because you could teach on the beach. You could do sessions on the beach. Like I know a couple of people that do fitness instruction, and they'll do it like on the beach on mats in Pompano. I know you said Fort Lauderdale, but Pompano is pretty close to Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, it is. It's all really close to here.
They'll do stuff like that. But how do you organize something like that? Like if you say, okay, I do this for a passion, I do this for a hobby, I love shuffle dancing, I need to get my name out there. Do you have a name for your company? Or for your class, or how do you?
It's called Shuffle Sesh. So
Shuffle Sesh. Try saying that 5 times fast.
Shuffle Sesh, Shuffle Sesh. Oh no!
See?
Oh yeah, it's hard.
Okay, so Shuffle Sesh. Mm-hmm. Cool.
So that was born actually through online teaching because I realized the impact that I was making on these individuals, and it was way more than physical. It was mental, and that's really what fulfilled me so much. Is shuffling is so much more than just a dance. It's a feeling and it's a way of life. It's a mindset. It's a community. And being brought into that is so special and it's so new. I was like, how can I get this out to like everyone?
Right.
Yeah. So I built an online course. It's called Shuffle Sesh. And
Okay.
there's a beginner sesh, intermediate sesh, advanced sesh, and then the complete sesh, which is short for session if you don't know.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. If you don't know what Sesh is short for, just go away. I don't know.
That's in my Q&A. No, I think combos was in my Q&A.
Okay. Well, and
Because
we'll
it's
have
made for beginners. So if you
Yeah.
don't know, the only thing you need to know to become a dancer is how to count to 8. And the rest, you got it. It's just a feeling.
8 count
It's a
with
drive.
the music, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
There you
1,
go.
2, 3. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
As long as you have rhythm,
Gotta have. Well,
you got it. The
This is what
groove
you're
will
helping
come.
them with, though. This is what you're helping them with the rhythm.
Yes.
Now, with doing this, your time. What is the sessions? How long are these sessions? Because I'm telling you, it looks pretty aerobic. Like doing the shuffling, it looks like a workout. So even if you're not interested in like the dance aspect of it, just the fact like doing it to get in better shape seems like a good idea. So like what do these
Yeah.
sessions last?
So here's the thing, like shuffling is the best way to get your cardio in because you don't even feel like you're getting cardio in. Like I never run, I just dance and I sweat even more doing that. So at first I was like, okay, let's make these classes like 45 minutes long because I don't want to like tire anyone out. But then by popular demand, they were like, no, we need more. Like, so now anytime I teach, it's 60 minutes.
Okay.
But Shuffle Sesh just has a ton of pre-recorded tutorials.
Sure.
So they're all like under 10 minutes long. Like you can do one a day, or if you want to binge, you can get through a sesh like
That's
way
awesome.
faster.
That's awesome. And then so you have the beginner courses, the intermediate courses, advanced,
And then the
complete.
complete sesh.
So we went over like aerobic. We went over like the courses you're going to implement. Like, so I'm curious because anytime anybody offers some type of online education, whether that's physical or mental or anything like that, I'm always curious to know what avenue they go through. Like for instance, have you ever heard of like the Stand Store?
Yes.
Okay.
So I considered Pillar. They reached out to me because they wanted to
Pillar.
work together,
Okay.
which is similar to Stand Store. But the reason why I didn't choose them was because
Expensive?
No? It wasn't that because, I mean, I ended up going through Squarespace and I just did the yearly thing, so it ended up being more expensive to start. But I just feel like when you want to really grow your personal brand, it's hard to do that under someone else's platform.
It is.
So that's why I chose my website, shufflesesh.com, so I can.
And we'll link all the stuff down below. We're going to link all your sites.
Thank you. So I can make it my own, and I can add like classes there, and like have options to purchase tickets. I'm thinking about going to New York to teach a class in September. So I want all of that on my website. And if it's just a link in bio thing, sometimes it can get messy and it'll be too many tabs. So
Yeah,
professionalism counts.
when I think about like the shuffling and how cool I actually think shuffling, because I really think shuffling is cool. And I know shuffling's been around for a little bit, but like I picture somebody as passionate as yourself, right? Imagine teaching something in New York, shuffling. You have 10 students with you and you guys are like on stage. You're showing everybody, hey, this is what we do, right? These are my students. We're putting on a show. Like that's like a great feeling. And like you said earlier, the commitment factor of and making people feel good, right? Because it's not just physical, it's emotion. It's like you have to have the confidence to move forward with that.
Yeah.
To like get out. It's just like going to the gym. A lot of people, they don't even go to the gym to work out because they feel like they look a certain way and they're going to be laughed at or whatever.
No. Well, that's the beauty of shuffling.
I talked to bigger people, and one of them had said to me they don't go to the gym because they don't like how they look. So it's almost like a double, like you don't like the way you look, but you don't want to go there because you feel like they're going to look at you and how you look, but you're really at the gym to not look the way you look. So you feel better about how you look.
Oh, what a terrible cycle.
It's such a horrible cycle. So like when I come across people that feel like that or have to be in the public eye to do something maybe they want to do but they're not comfortable to do that, like do you communicate a lot with like your students as far as like?
Yes, and I think the best thing that a student has told me is you helped me so much with my confidence. And that is something that I never knew that could be achieved through dance. And that's the beauty of shuffling is you can learn on your own. Like, you can watch tutorials, buy the course, take a class, whatever you want. But then when you go out and you're at a rave or a club or any party and you start doing the Running Man, people automatically start cheering. If you're with other shuffle dancers, it doesn't matter if you fall on your face. They will cheer even harder for you. And that's what really made me fall in love with it, because I always grew up in like the ballet world and like a more structured academy where it was very strict. And I feel like that's what taught me a lot of discipline. But I'm sure like the ballet world can come with a lot of insecurities.
Mm-hmm.
And
a lot of physical injury too. Like I've seen videos with ballerinas' feet and like bones and like how.
Yeah. See, I knew I wasn't going to go pro. I was like, I was like, this is fun for me. But I had friends that would put their feet over a couch and then stack books on their knees so they would be more hyperextended, because that's what's beautiful.
That's wild. That is so wild.
Yeah, I was reading those books instead. Because I was always like, I love to dance, but I knew I was also good at school, and I was like, okay, let me just do what everyone else does and go to school. And if you told me at 18 years old that I was going to end up becoming a professional dancer, I would like laugh in your face, because that's not how we're taught.
Right.
We're taught to go to college, get a degree, get a job, work corporate, get wrinkles, be sad, and retire.
Right. It's exactly right.
There's just so many opportunities out there. And once you realize it, like, you become a very busy person, because you're...
Especially when you're running your own business.
Yeah, because I had my dance business going, I have my travel business going, my content business going. I became a photographer just for fun, but then got business from there. And it's also about your energy. Like, if you just believe that things are working out for you, but you have to believe, but you also give your part. Like, if you're working hard and you have a good mindset, things will work out for you outside of corporate.
I believe that. I believe that too.
Yeah.
And I mean, somebody that has such a degree as your own I can't even remember it, but I'm going to say industrial
and systems engineering. Do you know what they do?
So that's what I was going to ask you, because I was going to lead from what does that degree entail? And then, did you find that not interesting?
I thought it was very interesting. I didn't. Okay.
Like after the fact, like you were like, okay, I find it interesting. I'm going to get my degree, but now I have my degree and I don't know. I just kind of want to go this way because I love doing this.
Yeah.
It seems like what a lot of people do when they go to college in general.
Yeah. So industrial and systems engineering, it's a lot of process optimization and logistics, which can be applied to any industry. So I think it's the more businessy engineering, because I used a lot of what I learned in my own business. Mm-hmm. So industrial engineers, the best way that I explain it to kids is like, the fast pass at Disney World? Yeah. How people...
you put that system in place.
So industrial engineers, they're out there making every process more efficient. So they're the ones that came up with the fast pass. I think that was actually like a college project that just got taken.
Really?
To the next level. But I haven't been to Disney in years. I don't even know if they still have fast passes.
I think they do.
Really?
I think they do, yeah.
Or maybe you have to pay for them now.
Yeah,
it's
you totally have
crazy
to pay
how
for them.
times have changed.
Yeah, I haven't been to Disney in 30 plus years.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm a fossil, kind of. But I'm not really a fossil, but I am a fossil at the same point.
Yeah, I feel like with Floridians, like, we grew up with so much Disney that now as adults, it's like, oh, I already went to Disney like 100 times as a kid. That's a local thing. I don't know. Let me know if I'm wrong, but I feel like the locals, they've just gone so many times.
Just like,
unless you're a Disney adult. And then
I mean, they give locals, a discount for living in the state. I think it's like $7. Yeah, discount.
$7.
We'll discount your ticket $7 for living in the state. Thank you. But other than that, it's, it is what it is. I think Disney's like 4 hours from us or something like that.
Yeah.
So you have the degree. Mm-hmm. You said you implement what you've learned into your current business, but you have no, as of today, as of now, you have no plans of stopping your passion to go into a career, say corporate 9-to-5 type thing.
Well, I have like a really good situation right now.
Okay, all right.
So
That's a good thing.
yeah. So like I was at KPMG, Big Four, great experience. It was really cool. And then August 2023, they laid off 10% of their company. And I was part of that 10%. But one of the old managers there started his own consulting company, and he reached out to me because he wanted to help him hire a team. So that's why your network is really your net worth, because if I didn't make good impressions at KPMG, then I wouldn't
I like that.
have this opportunity that gave me a remote job as a senior consultant so I can still do everything that I do. And even in my interview, I was straight up honest with him. I was like, hey, like, I still want to dance. Like, is there a way that it can be not full-time, not part-time, but like 75%? And he was like, yeah, I'm a big fan. Like, if you ever want to leave and become a YouTuber, I would support you.
How many people would say that, though,
right?
honestly? That's not something that's said.
My boss is the coolest person ever, like so supportive. So I'm eternally grateful for that, because I can have my corporate job, even though I'm in charge of this team, and one of them called me boss once. And I was like, no. I'm head of vibes. And that's become...
Head of vibes. I like that. A lot of terminology. I like it. And I like how you said earlier, you said your network is your net worth.
It is.
I like that a lot.
It really is. Because, like, I met you in an Uber.
In an Uber.
Exactly.
In an Uber.
Yeah. And I'll look at us now, and, like, it's crazy. I was at a coffee shop a few days ago, and I was talking to a photographer, and we were going over a shoot that we were going to do underwater. I'm super excited for it. And a realtor overheard. And after that meeting was over, I was still there, and that realtor left and came back. And when he came back, I was like, oh my God. He was like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy you're still here. Like, I love your bubbly personality, and the way that you presented yourself was so professional. You're so confident. I have a video shoot for a $48 million listing I really want you to become a part of.
Okay.
This was before he knew I shuffled in heels. So, like, we work out a modeling gig. He's like, it's in an hour. Is that okay? I'm like, oh my gosh. Thank goodness I work remote, because my one condition was, okay, if I can bring my laptop, because I'm managing a team right now, then I'll do it. Because at the end of the day, work is still work, and these are amazing opportunities, but that's what pays half of my bills. So you always have to, like, take it seriously. So I show up, and they find my Instagram. They're like, oh my gosh, can you shuffle on the roof? There's a helicopter pad up there.
Oh my God.
We want to send up a drone following this mega yacht that goes to you, and that's the opening scene of the video promoting the $48 million listing. And I'm like, okay.
That's pretty sick. So they had you on the roof in heels.
On the roof, shuffling in heels. It's for the agency. They have a show on Netflix called Selling Beverly Hills, I think.
Okay, I think I've heard of it.
I'm a fan of Selling Sunset.
Selling Sunset I've heard of.
Yes.
Selling Beverly Hills I don't think I've heard of, but
I don't know, but I'm like, okay, well, now I should watch the show. But it was so amazing. And that realtor, he told me he loved working with me, because the whole time I was like, this is such a great opportunity. Like, thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here. Like, I'm so grateful. And it's through gratitude that you attract these great things that happen to you. Because if you're grateful, you're giving out that positive energy, and if you give out positive energy, you will receive even bigger positive energy.
And I agree with you 100% on that. Although a lot of the people that know me from reselling and going into these stores, they know I like positive energy. I think I'm like half and half on what you said.
Yeah.
Like I'm like maybe 60-40, 60% like, listen, positive no matter what. Even when people are negative, you got to kill them with kindness, that type thing, right? You want to be positive. Just keep that positive energy out there. But for me, there's still like 30-40% that if somebody crosses me, I'm still like you deserve to feel the wrath. Only because if I don't give you the wrath, you're going to give somebody else that's trying to be kind to you the same disrespect you've given me. So maybe if I try to put you in your place, maybe the next person I can spare. Like, I'm not like, hey, I want to be a dick to somebody because I'm like, you know what? Screw you. You deserve it. Whatever, blah, blah, blah. I almost feel like I'm saving the next kind-hearted, positive person from the same disrespect that I received from said person. So you know what? Don't do that. Don't be like that, right? But as I get older, and this is how I used to be.
Yeah.
And, years ago. Now, I think I'm more like 80-20 on what you're saying. Like, I'm 80% positive, and like the rest is just kind of like it's just not worth to be upset over this. Like, if you're negative to me, I don't know what's going on in your life. Maybe there's something going on that I could never understand, right? From something that's as simple as maybe you had an argument at home, or maybe, the worst, maybe you found out a family member is sick in some way, or whatever it is. Like, we don't know what anybody is feeling, right? Like, that person that cuts you off and gives you the middle finger, it's like, well, you cut me off. Why are you giving me the middle finger, right? But I've learned to realize that, you know what, that person is just having a real bad day.
They are. And what I've learned is my motto in life is kind of like, if it's giving you wrinkles, it's not worth it. If it's costing you your mental health, it's too expensive.
And
if it's not making your skin glow, get rid of it. Mm-hmm. So.
Hey, listen, I can appreciate that. I appreciate the positivity. I really can. It's such a negative world that we live in.
Yeah.
Now, besides shuffling, besides the wellness, we have had conversation off camera about selling on Amazon and selling Amazon influencer. You had said to me that you were doing a little bit of Amazon FBA. You kind of had a bad experience. Can you share like what some of those experiences were and what you because a lot of people that I talk to on this podcast that sell on Amazon, they're all like, yeah, we do this, we do Keepa, we sell this, we sell that, but nobody really gets to share the people are, I don't know if they're afraid to share the bad stories, but like you said that, look, I don't know if I could do FBA anymore and whatever. Can you just share your experience with Amazon FBA?
Yes. I think I'm a very trusting person, and I think with FBA I was a little too trusting. And unfortunately, sometimes we learn the hard way. And I got set up with a mentor. He was referred to by someone who was my roommate for 4 days. That's a funny story.
Okay.
But he was referred to by someone that I knew, kind of. And he had a great referral. Like, he made $40K a month doing Amazon FBA, and it just seemed like a side hustle. And I was looking for a safer way to invest. And he was like, yeah, like, this is better than stocks. Everyone just go and buy ETFs, please. But
not financial advice.
Not financial advice.
But you are safer into the ETF space than...
Yeah, ETFs won't hurt you. Anyways, and I always believed in mentors. Like, mentors are kind of shortcuts to success, because if you find someone that's doing what you already want to be doing and you learn from them, then it's a fast pass in life. So I was learning from him, and he showed me a few products, and I checked to make sure that I could sell it on Amazon. So I bought it from the wholesaler. But then when I went to list it on Amazon, I couldn't sell it on Amazon anymore. So Amazon either changed their policy or something happened. And then I was like, okay, this is really unfortunate, but I'm not going to give up. So I bought these unicorns and I did my own research on, because that's the thing. I was like, I learned, if you're going to invest a lot of money, you better know where that's going. Mm-hmm. Like,
what did you use for research, if you don't mind me asking? What were some of the softwares that you used?
SellerAmp.
Okay.
Yeah, SellerAmp. And then...
I think that SellerAmp is becoming one of the standard apps today. Because back when I started, we didn't have SellerAmp. We had to use like Keepa separately, and we had to use all these different systems. But SellerAmp's a great tool. Okay.
Yeah. So... So then I get these unicorns that I found on my own. I did the research on my own. I just ran it by him for peace of mind. Mm-hmm. And then I get them. I go to list them. Shipping was $1,600. And I was like...
What? How many were you shipping?
I was like, this isn't right. Like 200 or something.
No way.
And I was like...
There's no way.
There's no way. Turns out each unicorn was 8 pounds. But even then,
No, that's still not.
see, it's not
No.
right because Amazon changed their shipping policy. And because of that,
Were you trying
messed
to?
up a lot of people.
I know Amazon implements. We talk about it all the time on this show. We talk about the placement fees that happen. Where I had a wholesaler on here, Kyle, and he was talking about he shipped 200 units and they charged him like $160 in placement
That's
fees.
what it used to
and
be.
it cost him like, I think it was like 6 or 7, whatever it cost him, but it wasn't 1,600. Were you trying to ship like LTL? Were you trying to ship lighter than a truckload?
Yeah.
Like on a pallet kind of thing, I guess.
Yeah, it was five pallets.
5 pallets.
5 pallets. And it just
still
didn't
doesn't
make
seem
sense.
right.
I called Amazon. I called Nextdeal. I did all the things. But no, that's...
What were
and
they going
luckily,
for?
what?
What were they going for?
At the time, maybe like $39.99, something like that.
Oh yeah, so that's not worth it to ship. 1,600?
Exactly. But
I'm
now,
blown away by that number.
now
right
I
now.
think they're down to like 31. It's sad. But yeah, 1,600. And luckily, when I bought them, they were at an 80% ROI. Like after all of my calculations, I was like, yeah, after all of this, it ended up being a 1%. So luckily, I didn't lose too hard, but then there was something else that I had to list underneath because like prices on Amazon have been going down. So I had a 1% ROI here. I think I had a negative ROI for something else that I listed that I had to cut the price because it was just sitting there. So respectfully, I don't think FBA was for me.
Okay. All right. Let's talk about it. Let's dissect it. 1,600 shipping, $39.99 at the time with the unicorns. You sold them for the
They're
one.
selling
you ended
right
up
now.
So you currently have them sitting at Amazon warehouses.
Yep.
Did you ever think to sell them merchant fulfilled? But you had nowhere
So
to store
they
them at the time.
suggested that. They were like, you can do eBay, you can do Walmart. I was like, I am a dancer. I am an engineer. This isn't me.
But you could also do them on Amazon. Because Amazon has two different sides. They have FBA, which is you ship everything to Amazon like you were doing.
Yeah.
And they also have merchant fulfilled, which means you can sell it on Amazon as if it was eBay or anything like that. But the only difference is Amazon's not storing your products, you're storing your products.
Yes.
So if you didn't have anywhere to store it, it would make sense to ship it in. But if you had somewhere to put it, maybe you could have tried merchant fulfilled, but
I was in this tiny apartment in downtown Denver, and I was like, I'm not going to do this to my parents and send it to their garage in Coral Springs, Florida.
What did your mentor say about that when you ran it by him about sending this in and whatnot? Because I can tell you this, Amazon is very good at when you scanning products, when you're doing research and you're like, oh, great, I can sell it. You have a little green check mark. It allows you to list it, right? You list it so it's in your inventory before you send it in. And then when you go to send it in between you sending it in and it being received, all of a sudden you're restricted. And now it ends up either in stranded inventory or they give you a little IP slap that says, hey, this is a restricted item, but like obviously you were able to list it successfully and create a shipment, but Amazon still dings you, even though they allowed you to do all this stuff, right? So that is kind of common. It's happened to me quite a few times. I still actively sell on Amazon, doing FBA, but I feel like a lot more merchant fulfilled than before because 2018 is when I started. Those first 2 years, 2018 to 2020, I was like all FBA. Very different game than it is now.
It was.
Very different game, especially with the cost to ship in these products. I would say, with this mentor, I don't know who the mentor is, and if the mentor sees this, I don't want to insult anybody if they're running a business. But sometimes, I've always said that I always, I don't want to say I never trusted anybody to kind of like get a mentorship. I always wanted to learn myself. I didn't want as you say, like a shortcut, because in my experience prior to selling on Amazon, I learned the hard way that to me mentally, there are no shortcuts in life, like in anything you do,
It's
right?
true, yeah.
Anything you do. And I feel like somebody that's online that's like, hey, join my course, or hey, I can do
that's the
this.
thing. He didn't even have a course. It was just a friend teaching me for close to free. So I was like, okay. he's doing it at
Okay. So this is something, okay. This isn't
Yeah.
like some guru online that's
No,
like, okay.
There's so
Okay.
many. They'll
So
get
many.
ya.
Yeah, so many.
And it's
So many.
I just admire their marketing.
Amazon automation. Like there's no such
I'm
thing.
like, oh,
There's no
wow.
such thing as Amazon automation. There'll never be, never Amazon automation ever. I would stay in the game a little bit.
You think so?
Or did you just cancel it?
Well, here's what I realized.
Because you could do the
like,
free. You could do the free version and just sell up to 40 products and just kind of like snowball that. And then once you're building up the equity again, you can be like, okay, I'll pay the $40 again per month. I've sold this much, but I know you probably got a busy schedule now too.
Here's the thing. I was thinking about what truly makes me happy in life. All right, dance, traveling, content creation. Amazon was just a side hustle that ended up being more of a pain in the butt.
I respect it.
And I'm like, I want to focus on things that I'm passionate about that can also make me money, not things that are giving me wrinkles, not making my skin glow, and also losing me money. Absolutely not. Like,
things they're going to have to make you put on extra La Mer, right? Extra La Mer,
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I can respect that. I really can. I can respect that respectfully because I'm slowly losing interest in Amazon as far as selling on it because I do other things that I think I'm more passionate about. Like I love content creation.
Yeah.
Just like you, I love creating content. I run a bunch of different YouTube channels around different subjects that I'm finally getting things in order. But I also do a program that's with Amazon. We had talked about off camera too, called the Amazon Influencer Program.
Yeah.
And I know that you said that you might have been interested in doing something like that.
So I have the affiliate link. Like, if you click the link in my bio, you can see my Amazon storefront.
It's a pain in the ass because that requires work. You have to work. Like with affiliate marketing, you have to work because you have to get the links out there. You have to get hope for people to click. I don't like it either. But within the Amazon affiliate program, and we could talk more off camera.
No, let's talk on camera. They need to learn. This is why they tune in.
They do. But at the same time,
it's long.
It's super long. It's super long.
Spark notes.
But the quick rundown is basically, in the affiliate program, you can apply to become an Amazon influencer. So influencer is different than affiliate through the eyes of Amazon. And when you click on your video, there's a drop down in the affiliate dashboard. You click on video. It's going to bring you to a page that is blank. It's going to have a blue bar, and it's going to say 0 of 3, and it's going to have like a picture of a lock. And you got to create 3 videos on products that you would like to review. You submit it to Amazon. They have to actually approve you. So this program is great that I love because not everybody can do it because so many people get denied and rejected all the time. And if they reject you once, you could submit a second time. If they reject you twice, you could submit a third time. Okay. If they reject you 3 times, you can never apply again. You'd have to create a new account. You'd have to go through that way. And I don't even know if they track IPs or whatever it is. You want to get it on the first time. So I always tell people that want to get involved with it, sometimes people get nervous and they're like, oh, I don't know what to say or I don't know what to do. And it's like, you're literally just talking about why you like a product. I have a bottle of water. I love it because I love the size. It's the perfect size for me to handle it. It tastes clean. It's easy to open. Just like your opinions on why you like something. You know what I mean? When people start overthinking it, they have to understand, what would you say if you weren't making a video for Amazon? You would just writing a review about a product. That's like what you want to do. Why you like something. Yeah. And it doesn't have to be long. 30 seconds, a minute, minute and a half. It could be 5 minutes if you're really passionate about it, you want to talk about it, right? It could be anything. But you submit those videos, and once they approve you, you can make videos on anything that's sold on Amazon. And each category has different commission rates. Like I think right now the highest commission rates are like home and garden, kitchen. Those are like 4 and 5% commission rates. And when you're talking about do I make it on a $15 product or do I make it on a $150 product? And it's like, well, it depends. Is the $15 product selling 20,000 units a month and it's worth it because, okay, you're maybe making whatever commissions you're making on that, but if people are visiting that product, they're gonna click on your review. They're gonna look at the pictures. They're gonna see, oh, does the product need a review? Like these are all these like different questions. My approach is I make reviews for everything. I just got my kids $225 worth of school supplies, crayons, pencils, notebooks, every single one of those items. I think there was like, because I got 2 kids going to school now. Before it was just 1. Now I had to buy for 2 kids. They all need different things, of course. And like highlighters, dry erase boards, all that stuff, right? So I'm like, I'm going to make a review for every single product, whether I can or not.
Yeah.
My vision is I want to make quantity over quality, but quality should come later. Right? So if you wanted to get started in this program, say you send the 3 videos and they approve you.
Yeah.
You could literally just start with items around your house.
That's a lot like UGC. Have you heard of that?
What is it?
UGC,
Is that the...
user generated content. It's when you make content for brands and they use it for their platforms. So I also do that.
But do you get commissions every time somebody views it, or do they pay you a flat fee for
No,
creating
it's just
it?
a flat fee.
Okay.
But it's another way to make money on social media without being on social media.
UGC. I'll have to look into that.
Yeah.
I did not know
You can
that.
make a lot from UGC.
Okay.
I make the most from sponsored posts
Sure.
where it actually goes on my Instagram because they're paying for the following to see it.
Does somebody need a certain amount of followers in order to qualify?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Anyone, I'm telling you, the possibilities in this world are endless. You can do anything.
Okay.
Yeah. You don't have to be an influencer to make money on social media. You can do UGC, you can do Amazon influencers. If you do have a following, you can make a lot more that way.
Right. Because you're going to generate more clicks, more views, all that other stuff.
Yeah.
The one thing I like about the influencer that I tell people is I looked and I've been slacking because I've been so busy with everything else that I haven't made a video since June 24th was the last video I made, and it generates even more money today than it did on June 24th. Like
Really? On
my
Amazon?
commissions are just going up, right?
That's great. I'm definitely going to check this out.
It's not completely passive because you have to do the work to generate, right? But if you're making quality videos on popular products that continually sell all the time, then you could generate revenue commissions from those things. And you have to add, and that's why I always like Funko Pops. It's probably the worst thing you could do a review on. Who is going to watch a review on a Funko Pop? It's a little bobblehead inside a box. Could be a collectible, could be a toy, right? But the way that I view it very differently than any influencer that I've talked to. And I have plenty of friends that do it, all that other stuff. But I look at it like this. If somebody clicks on your video, Amazon puts cookies saying you clicked on that video. I think the cookie, it's either 7 or 14 days. I don't know. So they click on the video, they're looking at this Funko Pop, and they're like, whether they're making fun of me, or maybe they're like, oh, I like this pop, or whatever it is, they've clicked on the video. 2 days later, they go back to Amazon, and they buy something on there. Guess who's getting the commission on that sale?
Really? Still?
I'm getting the commission on that sale.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Because they started looking at videos that stored cookies on the computer. Now, again, I have to look at the length of time that it's installed. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. It could be 24 hours. I have no idea. I don't know. I have to look it up.
Interesting.
But I know that when you start making commissions, you get products on your commission sheet, and you're like, I didn't make a video for that. And it happens all the time. And I'm making $7 here, $5 here, 30 cents there. And I'm like, I never made videos for these products. But it's because that person started with my
with your
video,
video.
but bought something else. Or maybe they clicked on something through, it's still kind of like, it's not new to me, but it's like they're changing and testing things all the time. They take away certain carousel. They call them carousels, like top carousels where you want to be. They have lower carousels with videos, but you want to be on the top because that's where the photos are and all. That's where you want to be. There's so much to dive into. I actually thought about making my own little course about the influencer program, but I've gone from, I can tell you because I've told people that, I started making $1.34, and I remember that number specifically, $1.34, and I looked at that and I was like, damn, I made a couple of videos, I only made $1.34. It's been almost 2 weeks, like, really? And then a couple more weeks and it went up to like $13, I think, and I was like, all right, whatever, $13, but we'll make some more videos. We'll just keep rolling with it. Yeah. I'm making stuff around my house. It's not costing me anything. I'm just costing me my time. I'm home right now working anyways on the computer, so whatever. Then it went to like 100 something, then 300 something, and then 700, and then kept going up and up and up. And now I'm making anywhere between $3,000 to $5,000 per month through the influencer program. And I say that with the utmost confidence because I started with nothing. And I had somebody tell me, they're like, oh, you got lucky. And I'm like,
no, you didn't.
I didn't get lucky. No, you just don't work as hard.
Work. Your hard work.
900 something videos. Yes. 900 something videos.
Wow.
So I think to myself, what if I have 3,000 to 4,000 videos? What's that outcome going to look like?
Yeah.
But it could potentially become passive, but it's not completely passive because you got to keep up with it. You have to like, because the worst thing you want to do is like be like, oh my God, I made $1,000, and you just let it ride and don't pay attention to anything, like maybe changing thumbnails or changing your titles, or maybe even uploading a fresh new video if you found you were making hundreds of dollars, but now you're not making anything on that product. Maybe you want to redo it so you can get back in the top carousel. You got to kind of keep up with it a little bit. So it's not completely passive, but it's definitely a great way to make either side money or a living. It just depends on how much work you put into it up front.
Yeah,
you know,
obviously.
I want to learn how to shuffle. I really do.
Well,
I want to, and I want to tell you, because when I see people shuffling, they're in great shape.
Yeah.
I am not in the best of shape right now.
Chilling.
like I need, like, I want to get into, like, I think it's just a cool vibe.
I will say, it's such a fun way to work out.
It's totally
And
fun. It looks
it's
fun
not
as
even a
hell.
workout, it's a dancing. And dancer bodies are pretty,
And
because
I
you're
think,
sweating so much. You're sweating out all the toxins, all the negativity. I start every single class with some wiggles.
okay.
So I'll be like, all right, guys, like, everyone hop around, wiggle around, embrace your inner spaghetti noodle, like we're wiggling out. Anything bringing us down, any negativity, anything bringing you wrinkles, it's gone.
Gone, done.
Gone.
And I love the shuffling too, because I used to DJ. I love EDM.
You
It's
used
my
to
favorite.
DJ? Wow.
In Boston, I was DJ for like 17, 18 years. I was like resident DJ at some of the top clubs at the time. It was like Roxy, and I've worked with a lot of promoters in Boston. But that music like just gets you. It's just nothing like listening to ED. I guess they call it.
House?
Back in the day, they never called it EDM, but now I guess it's EDM, and you know, we could wrap a lot of styles in EDM, right? But there's nothing like that feeling of just like that, you know, house music, trance, that vibe, like that Fisher vibe, like that, that just, I don't know. I call it the funk face. When you just hear something, you're just like, ooh, right? And you're just like,
They're making that stink
you're just making that
face.
stink face, like, ooh, like that's such a vibe, like, you know. And I see the dancing, and like I think it's called the cowtail. Is that right?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, see, okay.
You
They
know
swing their
this.
feet front
When you
and back, and I'm just
yeah,
like,
'cause
how
it looks like a cocktail.
How does that like work? I'm just like, damn.
I have a tutorial on that. I'll send it to you.
That's crazy. We're gonna
Yeah.
send everybody to your info, man. We're gonna say, because we'll put like your Instagram in the description and all that good stuff.
Yeah, but you really want the course. I think Shuffle Sesh would really benefit you. Just because, do you have dance experience or?
I mean, you know, I have back in my rave days, you know, back in the old school rave dancing when you had the caffeine pants on.
Yeah.
You know, like rolled up to your knees and you had the things hanging.
Yeah.
I had my moments.
You have,
I used to
like-
break dance in high
you
school.
have
So I used to
rhythm.
break. I definitely have
You have
rhythm.
rhythm,
Hey,
you
listen,
just
I'll be
need
confident.
direction.
I'll be confident with that. I definitely have rhythm. That's for sure.
All right, then you got it. You don't even need dance experience to dance, but definitely if you have rhythm, it helps.
It helps. The learning curve will be a lot greater.
Yeah.
Right?
Next time I see you, I want to see you doing the running man. You know, if you can do a jumping jack, you can do a running man.
I could do a running man.
Exactly.
I can do a running man now. It's just it's the way that the shuffling is compiled. So it starts with the running man, right? But then it kind of ends with a lot more.
And it's with like a little bit of trick moves. Like you got the running man, the T-step, Charleston, all of the.
And the Charleston's an old school dance too.
Yeah, but once you master your fundamentals, then you can add like the little flair, like the cowtail cuts into shapes, like.
So what's the future hold for Natalia? What does the future hold as far as like you've set up you're in the process of setting up your courses now. You're really passionate about dancing. You might want to dabble into like a little bit of influencer on the side. You've got this incredible degree. Where do you see yourself in like 5 years, 5+ years from now? Like, would you want to open up a dance studio, or like what does that look like for you in 5 years?
I love this question because like I obviously have my dreams. I have my vision board. That's my wallpaper on my phone, so I always stay focused. But the thing is, 5 years ago, I never thought I would be here. So I'm kind of excited. But if I had to reach for something, yeah, I want to grow my dance business. I want to teach in Europe. I want to do a European world tour, teach in Zurich, Paris, maybe London. I want to teach more in Florida, make like a really strong Fort Lauderdale community, because shuffling is still relatively new. Like it started in the 80s. And people are still, not everyone knows about it, and there's so much beauty behind it. So really what I want to do is just grow that, get into real estate investing too.
Okay.
Because here's my thing is, I love my passions, but I also don't want to make it like my full-time income, because when your passion is your income, sometimes you can lose sight of your passion. I learned that while I was laid off. So I want to grow in dance, but I also really want to grow in investing and passive income and figuring out what the real estate investing world is looking like right now in 2024, because
that's a windy road.
It is a windy road, but I don't know. But eventually, if I could have my own dance studio, that would be amazing. Like, that would be a dream come true.
Like, I could see, like, imagine, like you said, touring like Europe and stuff. Like, imagine linking up with, even if you didn't have your own dance studio yet, or maybe in a few years from now, you're like, you know what? I don't want my own dance studio, because you've made such an imprint on social media with people through your courses, through your website, that you do guest classes like in Europe, right? Like, if 3 dance studios in London say, hey, we want to book you to teach our students what you know for this weekend or a week's long, and you could kind of generate income just from being you, like, and have no overhead, right? Essentially, because you don't have a studio, you have social media is your studio, right? And you're going in and you're like teaching all these people in all these different studios. I always try to think, like, what's the best way I could, or in your case, you could maximize your revenue without having to pay overhead. I talked to a lot of people that have brick and mortar stores, and it's like the overhead is so outrageous, mainly because of rent, not even supplies, like rent, like real estate, right? Like, it's like the cost of doing business, and like things could be going good, but like what happens when things aren't going good? What if you don't have enough clients to sustain your business? And now you're like, I have to pay X amount of employees, rent, utility, whatever it is, right? I have all these costs, but I don't know. I just feel like if I could figure out a way to do it, or if somebody could figure out a way to do it without overhead, maybe that's the best route.
It is. That's why I really believe in online learning, because you're still learning, and it doesn't have the expense of a studio. So I have taken that into consideration too. And also, a studio will tie you down to a city, and I travel so much. Like, I want to go on a European world tour. And
something tells you just want to go to Europe and enjoy yourself.
Well, I love Europe. I have family in Switzerland. Like, I lived in Barcelona for a month. Like, I
got roots over there. So you got roots over there.
Yeah.
I love my wife is Greek, so she has property over in Greece and some of the islands. We went to Greece, went to Mykonos for a honeymoon. It's beautiful. I love Europe. I need to get over to Italy. That's where I'd really like to go.
Yeah, I have a friend she's by the Amalfi Coast right now, and she FaceTimed me this morning. It's like one of the most
beautiful places. Oh, the
you
Amalfi
should just
Coast.
go. Why not?
I know. I'm thinking about heading over there in about 2 years.
2 years? Wait, what?
2 years.
Hold on. Why not in 2 months?
Because I'm still trying to implement processes here that I can't be gone for 2 months. There's just no way. You know what I mean? I got to be here. I have to try to, like, with YouTube, there's no way I could be gone for 2 months.
Yeah.
But I'm working on systems to put in place that allows me to be gone for 2 months, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Well, so nothing. So again, I know I said earlier, nothing is automated in this world. There's nothing that can be automated. I really don't think so.
AI.
Honestly, I'm gonna stretch it out here. AI is a term that's thrown out there, but I don't believe that AI exists right now, and I'll tell you why. Here's my idea. Check this out, right? Unpopular opinion. You ready? AI stands for artificial intelligence, right? The very definition of artificial intelligence is taking, say, a robot, and a robot's able to self-learn itself. No programming, no human programming, no human interaction. is supposed to happen, right? It's you start a program, you let this robot sit, but this robot is learning just from listening to you or from whatever, okay, and can accomplish daily tasks without being told to do so. ChatGPT is the biggest AI scam of all time.
Whoa.
Listen, I'm going to tell you why. ChatGPT is a great tool, but ChatGPT is programmed by humans, and to me is nothing more than a supercomputer that has been programmed by humans. Like there's nothing. What is odd? Do you agree that somebody programmed ChatGPT?
Yes, but I know that there are AIs out there that are training other AIs. Have you really looked into that?
So I've looked into. So the only AI that I think exists is Elon Musk's.
Neuralink?
No, well, that's a form of AI, and that's a form of it. But like I'm talking about his, I forget what his robot's called. It's an actual robot that actually works and learns on its own with zero human programming, and it learns by interaction. So like ChatGPT, right, is programmed by a human being. When you say, hey, write me a paper about selling on Amazon FBA, give me 10 chapters, 250 words each chapter, and you give it a descriptor, right? And it does a great job compiling, right? But ChatGPT to me does a great job in like instantly looking up and translating information into a human palatable form. Easy to digest. Let me organize this in a way that is just unbelievable and original to the user, right? But like ChatGPT is not artificial. It's not AI.
You think it's just a website?
It's just programmed by people. It's programmed by people. How can it be artificial intelligence if somebody with human intelligence put the information or program the information into that? And I could go down the rabbit hole with this, you know what I mean? But
yeah.
Artificial intelligence by definition is a self-learning robot with zero human interaction. That's why I don't think actual AI is here, and they're just kind of throwing AI out there to be the next cool, AI, like all this AI stuff. But like look up actual AI.
You think AI is just like a clickbait term?
I just think it's something to keep us occupied into thinking something's being innovative, but we haven't yet reached it. I think we will reach it.
I disagree. I'm very impressed with what's coming out there. Like, I think we're innovating a ton. Like,
what is, as far as AI?
Yeah.
What are we innovating in AI?
Everything. Like, you can automate, you can like integrate it into different CRMs. You can, just from a content perspective, it's sad, but it's like eliminating jobs almost, like artists. Like, you can text anything into it and it gives you a realistic photo of exactly what you typed in. Like, you can give it like this podcast and it'll chop it up for you into what's like the most viral clip, and then you have all your YouTube shorts, all
like
your TikToks,
Opus clip.
Opus.
Right? Opus.
I think it's doing.
But you don't think Opus is just taking something, right? It's odd. So artificial intelligence and automated intelligence, I think, are two different things. Mm-hmm. Like Opus clip takes, say, this podcast, right? And it looks for keyword triggers to start a clip, to end a clip, right? But while at the same time researching what could possibly go viral using keywords, key terms, whatever it's using, right? But who programmed Opus Clip though? Somebody had to tell Opus Clip, hey, look for this and this, look for that, look for this, right? Somebody had to program Opus Clip. Like, I like to say, like, if I opened up a box and there was a robot dog in there and I put that robot dog on the ground and that robot dog does nothing and only starts working on commands based on me talking to them, I think that's artificial intelligence because it's self-learning. If I open up the box and put the dog on the ground and the dog starts running around, barking, sitting, doing all these cute things, and I didn't have to tell it to do anything, that's not AI to me. It's just a robot that was programmed to run, bark, sit, pant, whatever it is. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So that's that's my view. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But AI is, I just think it's like a trending thing. We'll get there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things out there that signal that, but unless it's self-learning, I just don't think we're there yet. We talked about all that stuff, business, AI, Amazon. Let everybody know, where can they find you online again?
My Instagram is Natalia _Amaya A, Natalia _AMAYA.
Okay.
With an extra A. TikTok is the same thing. Instead of an underscore, it's a dot. YouTube is the same as Instagram. And then if you want to learn how to shuffle, check out shufflesesh.com.
Awesome. And we'll have everything linked down below in the description for you. You can go over there, give an easy click to give Natalia a little visit, even if you want to drop by and say hello. I'm sure she'd love to hear from you. That's going to do it for today. Thank you so much for coming by the show and sharing your story and what you do. It's quite fascinating. I love talking to people outside of Amazon and how they're making money and creating a business and just being happy, doing what you want to do and just being happy. So thank you for being on the show. I appreciate you. Guys, make sure you like and subscribe. Thanks for joining us. We'll catch you on the next episode.